everybody, welcome back. How are you? So I just posted a retro react video for Chantal, uh, a retro react relating to something that happened 4 years ago. Another channel by the name of Swolenormous reached out to Chantal, offered some help to get her life together, to get her health together, and she accepted the help, but within 24 hours, she backed out. So I wanted to show that there are people that have reached out to Chantal that wanted to help her, and she just wasn't interested. But while I was in the process of uploading the video and waiting for YouTube to get through processing it and all that stuff, Chantal went live. Y'all take a look at the date. Today is the last day of the month. You can almost set your watch by Chantal. Like the last week of the month, she pulls out all the stops because she wants to make that extra money. And she knows that when she's ragey, people are a little bit more interested in her than normal. So what happened today? Well, she started out the day by making a community post where she was going after the YouTube Underground and her wife. So she started off making the post, going after Yaba. And in true Chantal fashion, she took the post down within an hour of posting that. Then she did a live where she came live with the red lipstick on, the red abaya, just signaling everybody that Satan Chantal was out. Although, I have some good news, y'all. Here's the upside to it all. So the live that she did went on for an hour and 33 minutes. She does not rage for an hour and 33 minutes. She is angry and she is annoyed, but she's not full on meltdown raging. So she gets things off her chest. I don't know how long it takes, but it doesn't take the entire hour. And then she calms down and then she basically just stays on live, running up the meter, trying to make the video longer for more Google AdSense money. So guess what? I'm going to cover part of the live. And when she starts to slow down and become boring, we're going to dip out. Sound like a good plan? I think so. So let me just bring up a couple of things for y'all. Okay, hold on. All right, just to show you what's up. All right, okay, there we go. So there is Chantal's community page right there. Notice the post is gone. She took it down. Okay, she took it down. And I knew she would take it down because whenever she rages in a video or she rages in a post and she knows that the potential to get in trouble for it, she'll get rid of it. That's why when I saw the post was up, I took a screenshot. Yes, I did. I've been reacting to Chantal long enough that anything angry, grab a copy because it probably won't be there within a matter of minutes or an hour. As a matter of fact, let me show you my copy. Okay, hold on. Here's my copy. There it is. This is the post that she made going after the YouTube Underground. And she was claiming that she gave Yaba a second strike. Although Yaba was streaming this morning. And if you have strikes on your channel, you can't stream, you can't post, you can't do videos. So why did you post this community post? Why were you flexing on throwing a second strike when clearly Yaba has not been struck? Were you trying to act like you had some kind of power over Yaba? I mean, did you remove the post because it's obvious that you lied? Obviously you lied. Obviously you did. And another thing that I forgot to address with the last react. The irony, the absolute irony of her talking about Yaba and claiming that Yaba's wife is a fake wife. Ma'am, you have a fake husband. You are paying for that companion. You're over there criticizing real life relationships. Meanwhile, you have a fake, phony, for TV relationship with a man who can't stand you. He hates you so much, he makes you pay top dollar for just 5 minutes worth of attention. If he really liked you, he'd hang out with you for free. But obviously, it's all about the money, baby. He makes you pay. If people like you and they like your company, they don't make you pay. Friends won't make you pay for friendship. People who love you won't make you pay for love. But isn't it something that everybody you meet makes you pay? Everybody you hang out with, they make you pay for that time spent. That's how much they don't like you. That's how miserable you are. That's how intolerable you are. People make you pay. I got friends, Chantal. I hang out with them all day and night for free. They don't make me pay. I don't pay for phone conversations. I don't pay for companionship. I don't have to. But you do. Pathetic. So, yeah. So there's the post, y'all. The one that she deleted off her community post. And she knew that Girl World, we were going to get copies and post them on Twitter. They're all over the place right now. All right, so that was the brief stuff on Twitter I wanted to show you. Just to let y'all know, she's in dirty deleting mode today. She's in end of the month. I'm trying to make a little bit of money because today is the last day of the pay cutoff. That's what we're doing. And like I said, I'm going to cover a little bit of this live. Chantal, I got things to do, okay? I got things to freaking do. Let me just refresh. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait 2 hours for her chat to show up. Oh, good. It's showing up now. Good. Usually when she does a long live, the video portion will show up, but it takes a while for the chat portion to show up. I ain't got that kind of time, so I'm glad it's showing up now. But let's just dip in and dip out and be done.
Stop being so dramatic. Hey, Paul Freed. Nobody knows whose time is up, especially not just some random idiot on the internet. You know? It's okay, Laura, but it's fine. It's water under the bridge. Do people keep dogs as pets in Kuwait? Yeah, some do. Yeah. Muslims technically are not supposed to keep dogs as pets, but there's like a lot of non-Muslims here, so I hope Flaba is shut down. I have to say my piece about that, okay? I have to say my piece about this whole like this idiotic duo. By the way, I find it really ironic that they have the nerve to call me Funkle Baby when just judging by how stupid they act and are and have been lately, it's you're the one with the inbreeding in.
Please be aware that this is the last day of the month, y'all. And Chantal's going to say and do every offensive thing that she could think of to A, get attention, and B, make money. And she's the kind of person that she will go after a person's weight, their looks, their age, their relationship, where they live, how they live, if they live in a house, if they live in a trailer, if they live in a motel. She will find anything and everything to use as an insult. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, her life is less than stellar. And truly, her life could use a lot of personal attention. Attention she doesn't want to give it. She doesn't want to improve herself. What she wants to do is take that attention that she should put on herself and put it on other people because it makes her feel good to put down others for various reasons. So she's about to say that Yaba is a hillbilly. Like she thinks that all people who are Southern or have a Southern accent are hillbillies. That people who are Southern were all inbred. Like that is her closed-minded point of view. It's okay. You can think that way, Chantal. You can think that way. You can try to go low. You can try to insult people based on where they live and who their families are and what their culture is, what their upbringing is. But it doesn't change the fact that you are someone, and somewhere in all of this, your family failed you. You know, putting heritage aside, I don't care if you're French. I don't care if you're whatever your heritage may be. Your family failed you. They failed somewhere. There wasn't enough of a solid, disciplined upbringing with morals and values. They gave up on you way too quickly. They put you in front of a TV, they gave you some food, and they left you alone. And you grew up into a spoiled, entitled, bratty, manipulative woman. Spare the rod, spoil the child. You grew up spoiled, knowing how to get your way, knowing how to manipulate your family. You can say whatever you want about Southern people, and I'll tell you what, Chantal, I happen to come from one. And I'll let you know this right now. Had you been brought up in my family, a lot of things that you're doing and have been doing would not have flown, even for a second. I grew up in a family believes in manners and morals and values and discipline. Discipline, structure. You lack structure. You lacked it then, you lack it now. I grew up into being a well-adjusted adult. You, not so much. Not so much. You're 40 years old and you still can't figure your life out. You're so lost.
Your family tree somewhere down the line. Anyways, so there's this like reaction channel. A lot of you might not know who they are, but a lot of you probably do. And for several
You're
years,
such a coward. You're about to talk about the YouTube underground, Yaba, but you won't say her name. Are you afraid of being struck too? You're a coward. You want to come online and make a whole live stream about her and Sam, but you don't want to say the names. You think that by not saying the names, then that means you can't get in trouble. You're trying to find a workaround. You're trying to make your end of the month money, but not get struck because you can't afford a second strike. You're still waiting out the strike that was it's already on your channel.
now, like this person has like climbed a social status rank, like they've increased their income greatly and feed their kids and everything else.
Are you jealous? It sounds like you're jealous, Chantal. See, this is what happens when you pocket watch. This is what happens when you're someone, anyone in the world, and you covet what other people have. If you covet the home they live in, or the income they have, or the job that they might have worked so hard to get a hold of, this is what happens when you covet versus taking a look at yourself and saying, what can I do for myself? You're looking around at everybody else's stuff and you're trying to keep up with the Joneses and you envy the Joneses. Chantal covets. I remember a time when Chantal was doing so well, she had no time to covet. The reaction channels were covering her and she was making good money and she was much more carefree then. She wasn't coveting so much. She wasn't this angry. She's angry because she just doesn't want to come to terms with the fact that she is a trend that basically rode piggyback on the top of another trend. She leapfrogged on top of the mukbang trend and rode that sucker. Well, all trends, if they are trends, eventually they die out. People get bored. They move on to something new. 8 years, Chantal, 8 years. And you haven't done anything to keep people interested. You've relied too much on the fact that you've been on YouTube for so long and your channel is big and there's so many reaction videos to you. It's made you lazy and entitled. You're not bringing the originality. You're not bringing the creativity. You're not bringing the interesting content. You're leaning too much on the reaction channels to do the work for you. So back in the day, you understood how it worked. One hand washes the other. You do your videos, we react to you. Of course, we might get some subs out of that. We might get some views out of that, but it betters your chance of people finding you on YouTube. You understood how it worked. You understood the symbiotic relationship. But now we've reached a point where your content is so boring and so stale. There's not much we can do to keep it interesting. You know, your content is basically on life support. And instead of being thankful to the reaction channels for being interested in you still, despite the fact that you've not done anything to keep yourself interesting, you are resentful. You look at us and say, oh, they're the reason why I'm not making money. No, you're the reason why you're not making money. If you were making really great content, people would come to your channel and stay there and watch your content through you. The fact that you're not, people are sending a message. They're saying, I can only watch this content through somebody else because they're adding interesting commentary. They're adding something interesting that the original creator is not adding. And because of that, it is palatable. You don't want to acknowledge that part. That since you don't want to put any effort into your content and other people put more interesting stuff into your content, that's why people go one way and not the other. If you're going to be resentful about anything, be resentful of your own laziness and all the trouble it's caused. Don't be resentful of people just giving their opinions on their channels. At every given moment, people have a choice. They can either come watch you or come watch us. Both doors are always open, but it's up to the individual to decide which door they want to walk through. Nobody forces anybody to watch anything anywhere. And if a lot more people are watching your stuff in areas that are not on your channel, they are sending a message. Take it as constructive criticism and do something. Stop pointing fingers at the reaction channels for your lack of income.
Buy all kinds of expensive crap off of using my content, right?
Oh, you're jealous because your income has gone down, and that's so your fault. You've been on YouTube for 8 years, Chantal. 8. How much money have you made? You know what? I don't care. It's your pocket. It's your pocketbook. It's your purse, girl. I'm not jealous over the money you've made. I'm not. I'm not pocket watching you. You know how much money you've made. You know. You know what? I am curious. I am very curious. I am very curious. Not because I'm pocket watching. I'm just... Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? I got to stop the screen for a minute. Y'all going to get... Your jaw's going to drop. Y'all ready? Here we go. Foodie Beauty YouTube net worth. Look at that. And this isn't even counting whatever money she's received through Cash App or PayPal from the Feedy people. Look at that. I'm I'm looking at these numbers going, huh? This one's saying 1,320,000. Where are they getting these net worth at? Like she's in debt. 820,000 where? This is based on the value of her home and car. What home? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are we talking about here? Star Stat, Foodie Beauty net worth, income, and earnings. Okay, let's go there. What is Foodie Beauty's net worth? Foodie Beauty is a Canadian YouTube channel with over 101,000 subscribers. It started 10 years ago and has 466 uploaded videos. The net worth of Foodie Beauty's channel through May 31st, 2024, 42,595. Yeah, well, she ate her way through that. Ate her way through that. And like I said, I'm not in her pocket. I'm just curious because I was just thinking, like all the money she was making during the Natter period, like how much money was that? How much good just in that 1 year could have been done for her health, for her life, had she been smart just 1 year out of 8? Just 1 year. If she had saved money from that year, she had made a merch store during her high period. If she had been smart with the money, what would be going on right now? Would she be as ragey towards the reaction channels? Would she be blaming us? Would she be like, it's your fault I'm not making money? It's your fault. No, it's not. It's not our fault. It's not our fault, Chantal.
Like that's all they do. That's all they do is use my content. Okay.
And hold on a minute, Miss Ma'am. How many times have you borrowed from the reaction channels? You're on everybody's channel. You're subscribed to everyone. You lurk around in the chats and the comment sections with your sock accounts. Sarah Lee, Charles Reed, all your different socks. You have more socks than you do shoes. You got one dirty, worn out pair of Skechers, but you got at least 200 sock accounts. 200. How many channels have you watched and gotten ideas from and borrowed ideas? My friend Erie Pepperoni, straight up, you borrowed off of the music that she uses for her break videos when she does her lives. You saw that. What is that? Kind Master. That's it. That she uses Kind Master to make stuff, and so do you. So she used music for a break video. You heard the music, and then you turned around and used the same music. And the same thing with me. I went online and found some music for my intro. Next thing I know, you're playing it during one of your videos. And then let's talk about what happened recently. You talking about your French heritage. The story you told, you stole directly from French Fry Girl. That's her story. You've taken ideas from things you've seen in movies and in TV. You said once you had a roommate, his name was Long Duck Dong. That comes from 16 Candles. I think you don't have an interesting story for real. You've got nothing to say. But to add interesting layers to yourself, the frosting is composed of lies. To add some flavor to you, you use lies as the frosting to cover up the fact that there's really nothing to you. There's nothing of interest. So coming after the reaction channels when yet you use us for inspiration and ideas because you got none of your own.
No way it turned into cellulitis? Oh no. Yeah, they better put you on something like right away because that can spread. Don't mess with that, Golden Girl. Okay, so anyways, They got a terms of service. They like do like the worst bullying. All they do is like fat shame, make fun.
Someone being on their own channel and saying their opinions, in my opinion, is not bullying. They are in their own lane, doing their own thing, facing their opinions. And it's one of those things of, if you don't like it, don't look, don't listen. If you go somewhere and there's something going on and you hear something you don't like, you're free to leave. Chantal aggravates herself. She keeps wandering into other people's backyards, and then she complains about the barbecues that are happening in the backyards. Well, you weren't invited anyway. You aggravate yourself, Chantal. And y'all can look right now. Look, you guys are seeing the live chat. I'm playing the live chat. Do y'all see any reaction channels in her live chat bothering her, poking at her? No, they leave her alone. You know, she's in her live chat, and then after she's done, we react to her. So if the channels are not going into her backyard and bugging her, how is a reaction and giving opinions bullying?
Fun of my diabetes, whatever. And this person is like 300 pounds himself. Okay, so that's hypocrisy number.
Ma'am, stop right there. Even if it's true that Yaba's 300 pounds, the irony of what you just said. First of all, I don't believe the fact that Yaba's 300. Secondly, even if she were, the nerve of you, that you want to yell and scream about fat phobia, fat shaming, and yet here you are criticizing somebody else's weight. Oh, she's 300 pounds. Ma'am, you're 550. You're almost double that. So do you have anything to say about somebody who might be a bit overweight? No, you don't.
Number one. So they got a terms of service strike. Like I strike them all the time here and there. Like,
yeah, well, that didn't happen. Yaba was streaming this morning, you big liar. Maybe that's why you deleted the post, because it was quickly found out you lied. If she had gotten another strike, she would not be able to stream for 2 weeks. She was on this morning. What are you talking about?
like whenever I have a free moment, I strike them for bullying and harassment because that's what.
And you know what? Chantal, how long have you been on YouTube? You are aware, I'm sure, that if you're someone and you're constantly going at somebody, you're filing complaint after complaint after complaint, strike after strike. After a while, YouTube says, we're not listening, talk to the hand. If you overkill it, they're not going to listen. And maybe you also didn't get the memo that once upon a time, your channel was doing a lot better. And I think the majority of the reason why YouTube has always left you alone is because they kind of understood that you were at the heart of a food chain. Meaning, yeah, you put out the content and then the reaction channels react to it. So they decided, you know what, we're going to leave this alone for now. But over the course of time, your channel is earning less and less and less. And a lot of the reactors are saying, you know what, she's gotten boring, I'm turning away. So you don't have the pull that you once did, which opens up the door that if YouTube wants to do something to you, they're going to look at the situation and go, if we get rid of her channel or if we do something to her channel, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Hence another reason why you should keep your mouth shut and not put the spotlight on yourself. Because you might be walking on very thin ice with Daddy YouTube. They've already sent you to your room once without your takeout. They gave you a spanking. Do you want it to happen again? Can you afford for it to happen again? I mean, F around and find out. You said season 3 is going to be lit, and I believe you. I really do. I believe it's going to be lit. Like this kind of lit. Like everything being set on fire. You know why it's going to be lit? Because this season is going to be the FAFO arc. The F around and find out arc. That's why it's going to be lit. That's why it's going to be great. Not that I'm going to do anything to you. Oh, no, ma'am. No, the best part about the FAFO arc is that everything is going to be happening to you, everything that is happening to you is a result of something that you said and that you did. And the rest of us, all we got to do is get in the bleachers with our popcorn, with our soda, and just watch everything go down. We don't have to lift a finger. What comes around goes around, and it's coming around, girl. It's coming around. All we got to do is watch.
Do, and they deserve it. I don't care if you shouldn't strike people and they make you money. No, they use all my content, they take money from me, and they're freaking assholes, and I'm gonna strike them. Cry about it all you want. I don't care. They deserve it. They don't deserve a platform. So anyway,
And neither do you. If we're going to be honest, neither do you. I'm just going to say it. Your channel should have been gone ages ago. You got lucky. When your channel was taken from you, it should have stayed gone. But you cried to Daddy YouTube. Maybe you had some YouTuber friends that contacted YouTube on your behalf. You made all kinds of promises. YouTube, give my channel back. You tried Patreon. You tried OnlyFans. You tried Twitch. None of those worked because they were not your platform and the audience was different. I'll do great content for you guys. I promise, I promise, I promise. And then you came back and you were 10 times as bad. You felt untouchable. You felt arrogant. You felt cocky. It was a mistake on YouTube's part. They gave you a rare opportunity they never give anybody else. There are channels on YouTube that were on YouTube. They haven't even done half of the things you've done, and they were canceled and never got their channels back. YouTube gave you a chance, and this is what you've done with the chance. That could have been a sliding door moment. You lose your channel. That could have been the moment that because you don't have access to tons of money, you can't buy the party favors, you can't indulge in the takeout. Maybe you wouldn't have gained 200 extra pounds. Maybe you wouldn't have talked to Salah or flown to Kuwait. Maybe you'd be in a different place by now if you had just been grounded and brought back down to earth. Nope. YouTube gave you the platform, and we can see what you did with it.
Yeah, they're disgusting people. First, they started bullying Amy. Like anyone fat, they have a fatty podcast. What is it with all these like reactors who don't even have the balls to show their face and are all also 300 pounds themselves?
Hi. Y'all can see me. No filters. No filters. Do I look 300 pounds? Even if I were, who cares? Who cares? Do you need to be a certain weight or a certain fitness level to be a reactor? Why is weight an issue? We're not here to talk about aerobics. We're not here to talk about cardio. We're not here to be like, fitness influencers. So what does it matter? What does it matter, Chantal? You're the one who's obsessed with being in the 300s. You're the one lying about your weight saying, oh, I'm 330 something pounds when you're not. Add another 200 pounds to that and you might be closer to your true weight. Oh, they're 300 pounds. And if we all were, we'd still be smaller than you. We'd still be more healthier than you. You're 5 feet tall. You're almost 600 pounds. Your mobility, your health, your breathing, all crashing down on you right now. And I think you know that. You will never admit it. You'll always keep your mask on. You don't want to admit that things are bad. You will never admit. You will never take the L and swallow your pride and just be truthful. You'll always lie to girl world. Even if you know that we know you're lying, you'll never admit to it. And as long as you lie to yourself and as long as you lie to the audience, A, you'll never get better. B, people will never trust your word. And they'll never believe in you. You want acceptance and love from people, But the one thing you're not understanding is that part of love is respect and trust. You've got to trust the person that you love. How can anybody trust you when you're a big old liar? You lie. You are deceptive. You don't tell the truth. You put on a false face. Ain't nobody going to trust that. Ain't nobody going to love that. I don't care if it's a woman or a man. Until you become an honest, trustworthy person, you are never going to be loved. Ever. No one's going to give love to somebody who is basically sketchy. Nope.
Making fun of other overweight women. I'll never get that. Anyway, so they got a strike for terms of service, and they just like went ham. Like they freaked out.
And you know what? Are you trying to use that as a flex? Are you trying to use that to hurt Yaba and Sam? Because, hey, didn't you get a strike because you were stupid and you went on your community post talking about Miss Kalari? Yeah, you did. So, because you wanted to run your mouth about someone, you got a strike. 7 days offline. That's very expensive for you. And ooh, I love the fact that it happened at the end of the month. The week when you usually gear everything up to make that little bit of extra money. I love that the most for you. I do. I love the fact that Daddy YouTube spanked you at just the right moment. It was perfect. It was great.
They can't take any criticism. Anyone who used their content, they would false copyright strike them. So people like the Gaining Ground, who's apparently doing a stream about it later, by the way, Hillbilly Belinda, like just anyone who's used, like Yo Mama, anyone who's used their content, okay, they strike them for false copyright strike. Now these idiots have an idiot lawyer. Like I don't know if you watch The Simpsons, but she reminds me of Lionel Hutz. This person makes spelling mistakes, grammatical errors, trying to look all like, anyways. So they thought, okay, we're going to copyright strike these people and make it look legit. No, YouTube eventually caught on to it, right? And they're like, you can't do anymore. Like we feel like you're abusing the system, which they are. And what really gets me, why I'm bringing this up, is because these people have the nerve to strike other creators for using their content.
I'm just going to put this out there. Listen, Chantal is a narcissist through and through. She's an extreme, self-centered, self-absorbed, me narcissist who only cares about herself. She only puts on appearances of caring about what happens with other people to make it seem as if she does care about other people when she doesn't. She can mention other people and act like she cares, but she doesn't. She cares about what happens with her and her channel. If it happens to another channel, even if her and that channel creator are on good speaking terms, honestly, she's looking at the whole situation and going, it ain't no skin off my nose. Like she's not going to go to battle for that person. She's not going to just, do a call to action for that person. She may talk about certain people on her channel, but does anybody ever notice she doesn't really promote people in her live chats? She doesn't. I mean, I watched tons of her live chats. I have yet to see an instance where she said to the mods, hey, so-and-so is in here. Go ahead and throw up that channel link. Promote that channel. I have yet to see her promote a channel and go, y'all go check out this channel. The only time she does that is when it's a man that she's obsessed with. She did it with Nader. She did it with Salah. But she is not about that life of, I have a 100K channel and there might be some people in here that are my beezers that maybe I want to be nice and promote them. She doesn't believe in promoting other people, directing any attention to other channels, having that wealthy mentality versus rich, being generous as opposed to stingy. She's all about herself, 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 herself. She's acting like what's going on. She's acting like she cares what's going on with other channels. She does not care. She doesn't care.
When these idiots have an entire channel for years using my content. Thanks, Capone.
And you're big bad. Chantal, you are so angry. You're so salty about things that honestly just it's stupid to get mad about. You're angry about, say, the YouTube Underground. I'm not in Yaba's pocket. I don't care to be. I don't look at other people's stuff and covet what they have and what they don't have and go, oh my God, they're making money and I'm not. I don't give a shit. What belongs to somebody else does not belong to me, and I don't care. I'm not preoccupied with that. But you are. But you're obsessing over somebody else's stuff. You're obsessing over somebody else's money. You're obsessing over Yaba's money and Frenchie's money and how many people are in their live chats and how many super chats they get. You're obsessing over details that have nothing to do with you. You're sour and salty because once upon a time, you used to get over 1,000 people in your chat and you used to make hundreds of dollars every single time you turned the camera on and did a live chat. Well, those days are long, long, long gone. And you're blaming the reactors. And you seem to have it in your head that you think, oh, if I take down some of these reaction channels, they're the reason why I'm not making money. People will just come over and watch me. Nope. Not true. Because people already have the option to watch you and they're choosing not to. The door's open. Option A, go watch Foodie Beauty through her own channel. Option B, there's a ton of reaction channels, clips channels. Watch through there. If people walk through the other door, it's because they don't like you. And they know what you do with the money that you receive. And they're not going to support that either. They're not going to help support an addict in their addiction. They're not about that life of they're going to fund your self-harm behavior and content. Nope. If you want a large audience, you want more money, you gotta work. Put the work in, girl. Put it in.
Hey, Charles Reed. Like, honestly, like, imagine this. Imagine I decided to copyright strike. Like, imagine I decided to react to their work, which is basically, hi, Carolina, which is
Something that I've been noticing. I think the reason why Chantal is streaming more and doing more than she normally does isn't just because it's the end of the month. She is noticing that a lot of reactors are saying, bye, Chantal, covering other people, and it's making her nervous. She's doing the most, or at least as most as she can do right now to get the attention back. Although if this is the best you can do, Chantal, it still sucks. This is not a true rage. This is you being slightly annoyed and acting angry. And don't think I haven't noticed that there are tons of reaction channels on YouTube covering you as we speak. Don't think that I haven't noticed the pattern. That when you put your fishing line into the water, you're looking for the bigger fish. The channels that have the greatest number of subscribers. You've got your favorites. You go after the bigger channels, and you go after channels that are growing very quickly and people like a lot. You go after Yaba, you go after Frenchie. I mean, those are your favorite targets. But as far as the smaller channels, if you go after the smaller channels, it's a smaller channel that it's small enough that you want to be a bully. And you think, oh, they're so small that if I strike at them or if I get them some trouble, they're going to get scared and they're going to run away. I guess you didn't learn your lesson with Mrs. Fields. Remember her? You went after her and she basically stuck it in your face. She's still around and she stopped doing your content and she's doing amazingly well with the court cases. Oh, she's doing amazing. But you went after Mrs. Fields. So you got your favorites. You're a bully. You want to pick on channels that you feel, oh, they're not confident or their channel's too small and they're not going to fight back. Trust me, we will. We will. But you're looking for the greatest exposure. Always. Because you think the greatest exposure means greater profit. Not always.
It's just them using my content and bullying me. Imagine I decide
Giving an opinion is not bullying. If I were looking at your chat right now and I saw the reaction channels, I'd say maybe you might have a slight case, but you don't. Y'all can see right now. Do you see any reaction channels in the chat? Nope. Because we don't do that. We leave her alone to do her thing. We don't become part of her chat and bother her. We wait till she's done, then we give our opinions in a video or a live, and that's it.
to react to their videos. What are they going to do? Like copyright strike me for using?
Go ahead. Hey, turnabout's fair play. You keep threatening that, Chantal. You keep threatening, I'm going to react to these reactors. Do it. Do it. Do it. You keep threatening it. Do it. I dare you. You know you suck at that. You know you're gonna suck. Feel free to humiliate yourself, though. It's going to make great content for us. You are not intelligent enough or quick-witted or funny to be a reactor. But go ahead, try. Please try. But if you want to react to somebody, feel free, ma'am. It's a fair football field. You want to kick the ball, kick the ball. You want to try and make a touchdown, make a touchdown. Let's see you do it. Run with the ball and see where it takes you. You want to react? Go for it. We welcome it. Bring it on.
Their content, which is my content. Like, I can't get over the stupidity of it. Like, anyway, if you're watching, and I know you are because you watch every single thing I do, every breath I take, every fart I do, every little.
And, you know, I'll tell you what, she is so dumb. She is so dumb right now because she knows. Here's the irony of her blah, blah, blah about Yaba and Frenchie and anybody else. Anytime she goes off about somebody, she makes a live like this where she's going off about Yaba or FFG or some other channel. What ends up happening is that channel gets a boost in views and attention and subscribers. So she hates Frenchie, she hates Yaba, but whenever she talks about them, it just puts more eyes on their channel. So you hate these people, yet you're helping their channel. If you really don't like them, and you know that talking about them is going to make them earn more money, why would you help them with that? You're so stupid.
Friggin' can of soup I open, every blood sugar reading, that's your content. That's how you feed your kids. That's embarrassing. Anyway, so you're pathetic for striking people, abusing the copyright system.
And what about you? You abuse the copyright system. You taught Natter how to abuse the copyright system. Don't think we don't know that when he was throwing out 140 privacy complaints, that was you, Chantal, using his hands. You put him up to that because you've been complaining about the reaction channels for the longest before that, but you didn't want to risk your main channel or your income, so you put him up to it. If something happened to his channel, no skin off your nose. You're always concerned about your channel and your income because you can't afford to lose your channel or your income off the channel.
Came up scabba doo doo. Yeah, seriously. Seriously. You want to talk shit about me? Cam up. It's easy. But anyway, I don't even care. Like, they're cruds. They're like a disease on the internet. Like, that's all they are. And like, how are you going to copyright strike other people for using your content here and there, which, by the way, it's fair use, when all you do is use my content every single day? I'm not going to, people are like, you should copyright strike her. No, because I'm not an idiot like her. You know why? Because if you copyright strike somebody, I learned this a long time ago. You can't just copyright strike somebody. Like, you have to take them to court. YouTube is not a mediator in this instance. You have to take the person to court. You have to follow up with your own lawyer. if you think I'm wasting my time, like no, like honestly, what's going to happen to them is they're going to take this to court because they're suing people. I can't, it's so embarrassing. I can't even say it. They're taking people to court, they're suing them for copyright infringement. They're going to have to pay those legal fees because if you abuse that system, if you make false copyright claims, you're going to have to go. Hi, Green Grapes. You're going to have to pay people's yeah, get her for a terms of service violation. Yeah, like
I remember clearly back in the day, Chantal's made so many threats about I'm going to take this person to court. I'm going to take that person to court. How many times has she threatened to sue FFG? And before FFG, she was threatening to sue Natter. I'm going to take him to court. When I come back to Canada, I'm suing him and I'm suing her. That never happened. She tries to act all tough and I'm going to sue people and they're going to pay. At the same time, she doesn't have the money to sue anybody.
I think like I don't know exactly like what like okay, so for example, yeah, I don't strike for copyright because it's not a copyright issue. Um,
Well, it's because she's figured out, like, she may not like the whole fair use and transformative thing, but it's not her ball game, and she can't switch the rules around to suit her liking. YouTube is not under her jurisdiction. She's not the CEO or the president or the creator of YouTube. YouTube has their terms of service, and they said as long as you make something transformative and fair use, it's allowed. It is absolutely allowed. And she hates that. She hates the fact that those of us that are reactors, we are following the rules to the letter. We are transforming the content. We're making it into something different. Like I'm doing it right now. I'm playing her content. I'm playing her live chat, but I'm giving my commentary. I'm making it into something different than the original. So YouTube is not going to give me an issue about it. So she's angry because she can't get rid of all the reaction channels and she's the only game in town. But Chantal, even if you got rid of all the reactors, you still would not make more money. In fact, you'd make less money, much less.
you know, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, having an entire channel using one person's content, the full thing every day for no educational, no purpose other than to bully that person is not fair use. But try to argue that in a court of law, right? Like, no thanks. So, but to sit there and be like, I'm gonna strike you, that's so embarrassing. Like these people are clowns. I don't know. But anyway, Miffy, I can be
Okay, I love this comment. Miffy May coming through saying, shouldn't you be more concerned about your health right now? I get wanting to distract yourself from the hard reality, but still, right? Instead of looking inward and saying, you know what, I need 100% of my energy. I need 120% of my focus. I need to get things together for me. I ain't got time for all these outside people and outside situations. I'm burning through my energy just trying to keep up with it all. No, not Chantal. Not her. But this person, Miffy's bringing up a good point. There's basically saying you're putting your focus in the wrong place.
concerned about my health and have an opinion. Do I like what are you dumb? Shouldn't they be concerned with their own
And here she is being a complete biatch. Let's go back.
content, the full thing every day for no educational, no purpose other than to bully that person is not fair use. But try to argue that in a court of law, right? Like, no thanks. So, but to sit there and be like, I'm gonna strike you, that's so embarrassing. Like these people are clowns. I don't know. But anyway, Miffy, I can be concerned about my health and have an opinion. Do I like what are you dumb? Shouldn't they be concerned with their own life, with their own raising their kids? Like their own weight loss journey. They're the two of them together are over 500 pounds. Like, are you kidding me? Get out of here.
And you wonder why you're not making money anymore, Chantal. Here's your answer. That see you next Tuesday attitude. That's why. You're blaming the reaction channels for your lack of money. It's the way you talk to people. It's the way you treat people. It's the fact that you have a channel and you are not taking pride in yourself or your channel. You're not passionate about anything. You treat people like crap. You treat them as if they're expendable and they're not important. And then you wonder why they go away. You wonder why people walk away from you to the point where you have to keep paying people to be around you. That attitude right there. And you can't blame that on the reaction channels. The way you're behaving right now is your personal choice. You're choosing to act that way, and there are consequences for treating people like that.
I love how just because I have to be focusing on my health, I have to like do that 24/7. Like, do you want me to start doing push-ups right now or what?
Sure, go for it. Go for it.
It's in Carolina, it's insane. Like, it boggles my mind. Hi, Gracie. Imagine that Scabba is crying for false copyright strike while her whole channel stealing Foodie Beauty's content with no creativity but crap like her.
I'm so tired of hearing that the reaction channels, we steal her content. How do we steal her content, y'all? Stealing something implies that it was wrongfully taken. That you've taken something from somebody and they no longer have it. It is not in their possession. How can that apply to Chantal if all we're doing is reacting to her video, which is still on her channel? So how is a theft involved if she still has what belongs to her? There's no theft.
Exactly. She sits there and is like, "You're gonna lose a foot, Chantal." By the way, I know you can't speak proper English. It's Chantal. Okay? Yeah, get it right. I've been wanting to say that for a long time. You sound like Deliverance. Just
You know what, Chantal? You're over there making fun of the way people talk. Ma'am, quit. You're making fun of other people's accents. You really can't speak much about that, Martha, Miriam, baby reindeer. You're a 40-year-old woman. You and Amberlyn Reed, you're both weird to me. You're both in your 30s and 40s, and you talk like you're 15, 16 years old, especially Amber. Oh my God. I can't react to her because of it. She talks like a valley girl. And Chantal, you're not much better. And you with that toddler talk, you're 40, girl, not 4. And you want to make fun of how other people talk? Talk like you got some maturity.
shut up.
You shut up.
If it affects people. Yeah. Thank you, Gracie. I'm like the center of this shit gore world community that you've created.
You wish you were the center. You once were. You and Amber both were. But you've lost your place. You're no longer sitting on that throne. The only throne you sit on is the one in the bathroom that you blow up because you're eating all that food and eating all that sugar. You're experiencing a ring of fire that's not around your finger, girl. Going through it with that toilet paper. Okay? You're not the center of girl world. And I think that bothers you. The fact that you are not the center anymore. You're feeling it. You're losing your grip. You're losing your place of power. Well, you chose to give it up. You did. You chose to give it up. You said, I don't want to work for it no more. Well, if you stop working for something, you no longer have it. Doesn't belong to you.
And I don't have a right to say anything? I don't think so, buddy. I don't care if people unsub Vera. My subs are fine. I have my plaque. Good. I'm done. I don't care how many people unsub now. I don't. You can't unsub to somebody and be like, I'm not gonna sub to you anymore unless you do this. I don't care. Goodbye. You don't know me well. You don't know me well.
Yeah, she doesn't care about those of you that are real, actual, organic, real people subs. Chantal's point of view is, you guys leave. I will do to you what I've done to the men in my life. If real people leave, I'll just buy fake subscribers the way I bought fake boyfriends and fake husbands. She buys everything she places around her, and she places value on nothing or no one but herself.
And by the way, I'm on a good track right now. My sugars are coming down. I'm back on my meds. I'm down 15 kgs. Thank you very much.
Liar. Liar. 4 days you didn't eat and you didn't lose that much weight. Stop telling so many lies.
This shirt is fitting me now. I don't know what else you want, Vera.
You know the reason why it's fitting you now? Because you probably got a bigger version, Chantal. I mean, I'm sure you got access to online shops. You could always buy a bigger version of the same shirt, and who's going to know? Who's going to know?
But I don't owe you anything. Do push-ups. I could do the ones, the knee push-ups. That's about all I can do. These packets of the alkalizer stuff just doesn't taste like anything. It just tastes fizzy. It's weird. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to say about that. Like, I went so long. Hi, Energy. Fedora, who did I miss? Dreaming of Everest. Thank you, Nikki. Jessica Messica, Comic Brook. Flex on them. Andre Marie, Brenda, hi. Yaba started this game. Why can't Chantel play too? Yeah, I'm not going to. Thanks, Gracie. Hi, Dragonfly. Laura, it's okay. Whatever. I'll message you after. Open the curtain. You can't see anything, anyways, at night. Fish, hello. I eat salads pretty much every day, yeah. But I still order them. What kind of product do you want from Lush, Laura? Do you like to take baths, or like are you looking for more skincare? I'm taking something called Janumet. It's like a mix. There's metformin and some kind of other medication inside of it.
Okay, you know what? She's getting into the blah blah details I really don't give a crap about. So I'm going to jump ahead and see if she's still ragey. If not, we'll just cut it off here. I don't care.
But it's like,
moving on.
Yeah. Hey, mistress. Thank you. That's nice of you to say. Nice to see you. Hi, Mike. Who's the wonderful girl? Funny how people keep tell you how to feel, what to eat, what to your sugar 70 times a day. Yeah, Lois, I've been checking twice a day. If it's gone down, like even if it's not accurate, I still have to figure the machine out. At least it was 24 yesterday.
I'm so tired of hearing about her diabetes. I'm tired of hearing about her monitor, her making a big spectacle about checking her blood sugar. I'm sick of it all. No offense to anybody out there that has diabetes. It's not the diabetes itself, it's the way she's treating it. Turning it into a big joke. That really is rubbing me wrong. Like she could be taking care of her health off camera and being much more serious about it. But she's treating it like a joke. She does things on camera that really should be left in private.
Was it yesterday that I went to the doctor? 24.
Next.
Yeah. You live a Quran reading live stream? Really? Also take metformin twice a day, and at first this help, but your body adjusts. Yeah, exactly. I hope it adjusts.
I'm just going to check to see if she's raging at all, or was that it? Was that all, and was that all in it?
And every single person, no matter how good you are, no one's a saint. People make mistakes, everything. Bon anniversaire. Bon anniversaire. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Miss Hillith Razor.
See, like, I remember back in the day when Chantal was mad. Like, she would get mad. And you always knew when she was mad because she would just go off and off, and she would not shut her mouth for hours. Like when she had a total meltdown, she would get mad. From everything I've seen in this live stream, this is not a true rage. This is her pretending to be angry, needing a target, looking at the date on the calendar and saying, I need something to talk about to get me a few extra coins. So I'm just going to pretend to be mad at Yaba, and I'm going to go off about Yaba and Sam and blah, blah, blah. When honestly, she doesn't give a crap. She cares about making money and she needs content. So this is what we're doing today. If it took her 20 minutes to get all of the anger out of her system, she wasn't mad in the first place. Truly, she wasn't mad. This was a performance. She was performing. She put on her lipstick. She put on the red abaya. And she came on and she performed. Not very well, but still. So 20 minutes to get everybody sucked in and watching her. She knows that everybody's waiting for her to rage. And she's like, okay, I've raged for about 20 minutes. Now I can calm down and like talk about nothing for the next hour.
Yeah, fatty liver for sure. If you're obese, you probably have some degree of fatty liver. But I just did it really fast. Like even I have see mascara things on here. Can you please do a takedown Ramadan decorations with me vlog? I don't know why we don't bother. I don't know. What do you think, babe? Shelly McPeters McPherson. Always. People are always being nasty.
Moving ahead. I told you I'm bored today. I've got things to do.
J'adore Julia. Merci. Elle est très belle. Struggling with food. Aw. He's a real, yeah, exactly. Like, whatever, you know. There's some people in life you just, they're just farts. That's all they are. Goth red sparkly Victorian bustier top. Ooh la la. You can crochet a bustier? Nice. Comment. I hope for the BS but sound copyright cases against me and Gigi like Judge Judy. I die. Like Judge Judy. Thanks, Hillbilly Belinda, for the super chat. I know you guys did a skit like that. I don't know if I'm that talented, Belinda. You should do it for sure. But I did talk about like how stupid and dumb it is, and just like incredibly weird. Yeah.
You know, like as far as other people going to Chantal and saying, I hope you talk about this. I hope you showcase this. Is all of this urgency to have Chantal talk about things because she's got the biggest channel? But let's just say on a devil's whim that she does talk about it. How is that going to help them? Not very much. Does it mean exposure for their channels? I don't know. Just it's like if you're passionate about something and something's going on with you, wouldn't it be better if you talk about it versus having somebody else talk about it? That's just my thinking.
You know, like, I don't know. How are you like how I'd like to know, like I'd like them to really address that. How are you going to sue people and copyright people when you do worse? You have an entire channel dedicated to me. The entire channel. I call you Giddy. I saw that after on my babe. Yeah, it's true. It said Giddy.
You know what? Like I'm scanning through. You guys can see I'm scanning through, and it looks like she's done with her rage. She had some stuff on her chest. She got stuff off her chest. Now she's calming down. Now we're just going to talk about whatever for the next hour. I ain't got that kind of time. I got things to do. I'm just here for her being annoyed. I told you once we covered that, we're out, and I meant it. I'm keeping my promise. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If there's anything of interest that I might be missing, if it pops up on Twitter, I'll cover it then. But we're done here for the day. So I hope you guys have a really great day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.